The tennis world just witnessed something outrageous, something unforgettable, something that only Carlos Alcaraz can deliver when the stakes are highest. On the biggest stage, in the final against Taylor Fritz, Alcaraz produced a masterclass of shot-making, with drop shots and winners that were so breathtaking they left fans, commentators, and even Fritz himself absolutely stunned. This wasn't just a victory. This was Alcaraz stamping his authority on the sport, showing once again why many believe he is already building a legacy that could rival the greatest of all time. From the very first point of the match, there was electricity in the air. Fritz walked onto the court full of belief, coming off an incredible run to the final. But everyone knew he would have to bring something extra to stop the Spaniard. Alcaraz, only 22, has already turned the extraordinary into his daily routine, and yet every time he steps on court, he still manages to surprise us. And that's exactly what he did in this final. Fritz started strong, hammering down big serves, holding his ground from the baseline, and trying to dictate the rallies. For a few games, it looked like we might have a battle of equals. But then, out of nowhere, Alcaraz unleashed the weapon that has become his signature, his devilish, delicate, jaw-dropping drop shot. On breakpoint, with Fritz planted well behind the baseline, Alcaraz feathered the ball just over the net, deadening it so perfectly that Fritz could only stare in disbelief. The crowd roared, commentators went crazy, and that moment set the tone for what was to come. That drop shot wasn't just a point. It was a message. It said, "I can hurt you from anywhere, in any situation, with any shot I choose." And Fritz, despite his power, knew he was in trouble. Because once Alcaraz starts mixing his game with that kind of confidence, it becomes almost impossible to stop him. But it wasn't just the drops. Alcaraz combined them with lightning-fast winners that defied logic. Fritz would blast a forehand into the corner, thinking he had the point wrapped up, only for Alcaraz to sprint, slide, and somehow redirect the ball for a winner down the line. The speed, the flexibility, the audacity, it all came together like a highlight reel on repeat. Fans inside the arena were literally standing on their feet after some of these rallies. Every time Alcaraz pulled out one of those impossible shots, gasps and screams echoed around the stadium. Point one rally in particular will be replayed for years. Fritz had Alcaraz running corner to corner, stretching every muscle to stay alive. Then, just when Fritz thought he had forced an error, Alcaraz flipped the script. With a flick of his wrist, he disguised another drop shot so late that even the cameras barely caught it. Fritz charged forward but arrived too late. The ball bounced twice, and the crowd erupted into chaos. That rally wasn't just a point. It was pure theater, pure entertainment, pure Alcaraz. What makes his game so magnetic is that blend of artistry and firepower. He doesn't just win matches, he wins hearts. The way he looks up at the crowd after pulling off one of those insane drop shots, with a cheeky grin on his face, you could tell he knows he's giving fans a show. And in this final, against a top player like Fritz, he gave us one of the best performances of the season. By the second set, the match had shifted completely in Alcaraz's favor. Fritz kept swinging hard, kept serving big, but every time he thought he had found a breakthrough, Alcaraz closed the door with a winner out of nowhere. The Spaniard was in that zone where everything feels effortless, where every risk pays off. Backhand passing shots, forehand rockets, delicate volleys. He had every shot in the book working perfectly, and the drop shots kept coming. Fritz must have felt like he was chasing ghosts. Each time he tried to anticipate, Alcaraz changed it up. One moment he would hammer a forehand deep, the next he would slice the ball softly over the net, leaving Fritz stranded once again. It was chess, not just tennis. And Alcaraz was playing 5 moves ahead. The final game summed it all up perfectly. Alcaraz served with confidence, stepped into the court, and hit a series of jaw-dropping winners. And to finish it off, almost as if he planned it, he threw in one last drop shot, soft, teasing, perfect. Fritz barely moved. The ball dropped like a feather, the crowd exploded, and Alcaraz threw his arms in the air, champion once again. What we saw in that final wasn't just about one match or one trophy. It was about a young player redefining what's possible on a tennis court. The combination of raw power and artistic creativity is something we've rarely seen, even in the golden eras of Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic. And while those legends built their greatness over decades, Alcaraz is showing signs of carving his path just as quickly. After the match, when he lifted the trophy, there was that unmistakable spark in his eyes. He knows what he's doing. He knows the stage is his. He's not just collecting wins, he's building moments. Viral, unforgettable, spine-tingling moments that will live on long after the match is over. For Fritz, this will sting. He played some of his best tennis to reach the final, but sometimes, no matter what you throw at your opponent, greatness just overpowers you. And that's what Alcaraz showed today, greatness. The kind of greatness that doesn't just win titles, but inspires millions watching around the world. Social media is already exploding with clips of his insane drop shots and winners from this final. Fans are calling it one of his most entertaining matches ever. The highlight reels are going viral, and everyone is asking the same question. How does he do it? How does Alcaraz make the impossible look so easy? That's the beauty of Carlos Alcaraz. He is unpredictable, unstoppable, and unmissable. Every time he steps on court, he reminds us why we watch sports in the first place. Not just to see who wins, but to see magic happen in real time. And in this final against Taylor Fritz, Alcaraz gave us magic. Magic in the form of insane drop shots, fearless winners, and a performance that will go down as another unforgettable chapter in his young, but already legendary career. If you missed it, don't just look at the scoreline. Watch the highlights, watch the reactions, watch those insane shots. Because Carlos Alcaraz didn't just win a trophy today, he won the world attention all over again.